I hate camping out.
Forgive you! Going in!
It's over!
Here goes! Here's a raging cascade! There! Got it!
It's over!
It's a duel of the arts!
Devastation!
Going in! It's in the sky, it's mine! Get out of there!
Got fire!
I got this! Let a marksman!
You picked the wrong fight!
Tiger blade!
All yours!
Do it!
The enemy group.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Now!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! You're mine! It's over! Eternal devastation!
This one's do it! Take this! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
Like after
Hell no, son! Start up!
Here, let me help. Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Scenic Cyclone! Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, What do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the? That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Switch sides!
Try harder!
By the power of water! Piercing rain! This one's mine! Confiscated!
Try harder!
Will this help?
You picked the wrong fight! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Now!
On guard!
I'll heal you all!
Get out of this!
Take it!
Blade! Healing circle!
All right.
Sleep now!
Try harder! I owe you one.
Now you see what I can do!
I'm not feeling so great.
Mega Blade! By the power of raging cascade! Gemini Aqua! Flash! Back again! Sleep now! Here goes!
Enjoy.
I'll be saving this one! I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Thanks. Try harder! Not a chance.
Here.
And this one! More lightning from and again! If it's in the sky, it's mine! This one's mine! My astral energy!
Take this.
Here goes!
This one's
Die.
mine. Look sharp.
We astral energy!
Take
Die.
Confiscated! And again!
Enjoy.
Thank you!
Try harder! Ignite!
Show me your strength.
Got it! Now's our chance! Super shot!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Andana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
I'll be saving this one!
Glacial fire.
Enjoy.
My astral energy!
Entertain me.
By the power of water! Gemini Aqua! Raging storm!
I can carve through armor!
Glacial spear! Fierce evil!
Can't get out of this!
On guard.
Take
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all. Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye'm signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye'm, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye'm and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Not this way, I guess.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh? We finally made it.
Hey! I think that might be what we're looking for.
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies. I'm not sur-
How's this?
I see.
Great!
Huh?
Agreed.
Darling.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, then the two of you could be irritating together.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong. Oh, yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't...
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe...
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes! What?
What?
Very... Yes!
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
That's far enough!
Mega Ray! On guard!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
It's over!
In here! Gemini Aqua!
These ones can run rings around
Here
us.
Alright, I never miss! Crescent Moon!
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of
Tiger
foes.
Blade!
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing! Meteor!
Burn! You're mine! You're finished!
How about this? Nothing gets by me!
Dragon form!
Mega Ray!
It's
Torn up!
Take this!
Look sharp!
You're finished!
Feel radiant here!
I'll smash you!
Here I come! Tiger Blade! It's surrounding us! Downfall! This one's mine! Radiant! One more!
Now we're next.
Tiger Blade!
Devastation!
Take
this!
Thunder Blade!
It's over!
On guard!
think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Thank you.
Who said anything about
Now
letting
see that you
off?
don't get in trouble again.
It's on! You're mine! Not today! Here I come!
Will this help?
Eternal devastation!
Raging Storm!
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. An opponent like this should be easy.
Lightning condemned!
You're mine!
Going in! Alpha!
Stardust!
Tiger Blade! Radiant
I can carve
Air
full
Force
armor!
Beast!
My specialty.
Here I come!
Take this!
We got flyers!
I've got this! Let him mark
Can't get out of this!
All yours!
You all tucked away! Back to the fray! Mega Ray!
Eternal Vision was all mine!
Here!
Burn in hell!
Mad Light!
Strike!
Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Mine!
Be still!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Feel!
You're finished!
I'll be standing this
Devastation!
one!
Here, let me help.
Here I come! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Strike!
Let's get you all touched
Start
up now!
up! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Astral Energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Right, here goes! Be still!
In the wind!
Look sharp!
Here I come!
What's in the sky? It's mine! Get on in there with the others! Tiger Blade! I'm not so good with airborne targets. Wind astral energy! More
Here I
lightning from
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Now you see what I can do!
Mega Ray! Dance in the wind!
Dazzle!
Air Blade!
Eternal
Dance in
devastation!
the wind!
Not today!
Sleep now!
You're finished!
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Alright! It's showtime! Let the marksman handle this!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm on a roll!
Eternal devastation!
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I.
I I think I'm getting stronger.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the rent.
Go no further!
Here I come! You're finished!
I never miss! Can't be slow!
Piercing roar! Burn!
Glacial
Radiant
Freeze!
Going
in!
I'll smash you!
Steel!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
And pummeling to me!
Thunder Field!
Prepare to be sealed!
We've turned the tables on it.
There are 2 more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Raging Storm! Make it rain! Law, get toasty!
Burn strike! Not a chance!
Going in!
Strike! Flaming drum! I'm not done! Stardust!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Well, looky here! Maybe something's going on in the forest. I think Hoodle senses something.
Why didn't the rent...
An opponent like this should be easy.
Radiant Force! Shining Supernova!
Here I come!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Dragon Claw!
Tiger Blade!
Crush!
Prepare to be sealed. Actually,
Less talking, more doing.
Take this! You're mine!
Gemini Aqua!
Stardust!
Going in! Make it break! Kisara! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it?
My turn!
Not by a long
It's
shot.
on! You're
Raging
finished!
Storm! Freeze Laser!
Be still! Take this! You're finished!
Now!
Stardust!
Shion! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Any chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?
Little help!
Dazzle!
Glacial Spear!
You're mine!
This
It's
one is
over!
mine! Freeze
Tear!
Laser! This
Be
one's
still!
mine! Thunder Field!
Stardust!
Dance in the
Got
wind!
fire!
I've got the chop! Let a marksman handle it! Look sharp!
All yours! Damn it!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Be still!
This
You're
one's
mine!
mine!
Take this!
Raging Hero!
Be still! Take this!
Make it rain! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I can feel my precision improving.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Like moth to the flame.
Mine.
Take this!
Mega Ray! Tiger Blade! By the
Internal devastation! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shut!
Well done.
You're mine! Stardust!
Laser Spear!
Here's the evil!
Here I come! Stardust!
Lightning Orb! Lancer!
Now we're never.
Now! Shield! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here, let me help.
Not a chance!
Tempest
Tiger
Blade!
Blade! Be still! Rising Phoenix! Be still!
Air thrust!
Rising Phoenix!
First
Now
air!
it's left.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! It's over!
Thunder Shield!
Take this!
It can hide its own?
This one's
Amazing!
Tiger Blade!
Carve through armor!
Sorry.
Take this!
Come on!
You have to hold on!
I owe you one for
Lightning
that.
thrust!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
This one's mine!
You're mine! Here I come!
Okay,
Here I go!
Here,
You picked the wrong fight!
Shield Force! Tiger
Lightning
Blade!
thrust!
Far enough!
Be still!
Glacial Fire!
Stardust!
Tiger Blade! Gemini Aqua! By the Tiger Blade! Where are you going?
Here goes!
Crush!
Here,
You're
let me
mine!
help.
One more! Let loose! It's over! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Confiscated!
Going in!
Ready and ready!
Shining Supernova!
Through armor! This one's all mine!
Raging Cascade!
Devastation on!
Their arcs were interrupted!
Downfall! Here's a healing to take care of! First aid!
You'll pay for that!
From death to bit!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Switch to offense!
I still got the fight
let me
with
help.
me!
Look sharp!
Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
In a vine?
I don't have much left! Back into the fray!
Thanks!
Flaming Meteor! One more!
You're finished!
Tempest Blade!
Take this!
I'm ready!
Dragon
Fire
Swarm!
up!
Cascade!
It's on! Burn it
Flaming
down!
Meteor!
Ready and raring! I'm not done! Dragon
Astral
Swarm!
Lightning Condemned! I'm ready! Thunder Blade! Mega Ray!
You're finished!
This one's
Here I
mine!
come!
Radiant Pierce!
Glacial Spear!
Drop it
Again.
on!
This one's mine!
Tunnel! Mega Ray! Lightning!
Piercing!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's
Armor
for!
won't
Get
save
behind
you!
me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Alright, that does it! Don't mind if I do!
Tiger
Take this!
Blade! Feel the medicine
Lightning
work!
Condemned! Thunder!
Stay away from my friend!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire!
Lightning
No
Condemned!
further!
One more! Thunder Blade!
Take this!
And again!
Strike! Dragon Swarm!
Damn it! In the wind!
I hope this
Feel!
Strike!
Get you all tucked away!
Try harder! This one's all mine!
Raging Cascade! Raging Cascade!
You picked the
You
wrong
won't
fight!
get away with that!
Too much to handle? A new leaf on the wind!
Take this!
In here!
Dragon Swarm armor won't save you!
Let's get you all tucked away! Lightning! Downfall! Mega Ray!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming Wildfire!
Radiant
This
Pierce!
one's mine!
Wind Astral
I
Energy!
never miss!
Whoa! When did
Strike!
Astral Energy!
Dragon
Just
Swarm!
do it! Power of water! Photon
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that.
You require a hand. No further!
Hit!
You're mine!
Back into the fray! Not in your dreams! Mega Ray!
Try harder! Pissed on!
Steel Force!
Ignite!
Light Astral Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Ready to go! Downfall! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil! Lightning Orb! Lightning Condense!
Ready and ready!
Now! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
There's something in the water.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Huda lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. I've got a good feeling about this one. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
All right. That was disappointing. Yeah. There we go. Well, it's not bad, per se.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
All right. I'll let let you go this time. Is this what I think it is? You've got to know when to quit. I've got something. I'll let you go this time.
What's this thing?
Out of our way! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condemned! Healing circle!
Careful!
What's the kind of camouflage?
Appreciate the help!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade! Time to shine!
Prepare to be free!
Lightning condemned!
Where are you going? Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malicer! Glacial Spear! By me!
In a vine?
Take this!
Here's the healing arc!
All right.
Here goes!
Where was I?
Raging Cascade! Still fresh!
On guard!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Tiger Blade!
Eternal Devastation!
Time to shine!
Here I come!
Here's evil!
On guard!
Here, let me help! Raging
Tiger
Cascade!
Blade!
Take this!
In here!
I can carve through armor!
Get
You're
on
mine!
this one!
Mine! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Take it! One more! Wind astral
Here I
energy!
come!
Light astral dance in the wind!
Take this!
Air thrust! There you go! Don't let up!
Take this! You're finished!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help.
Thunder
On
field!
guard! Take this!
Now or never.
Field! Let's get you all set
On
away!
guard! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
It's over!
Let's show them just what this team can do!
Eternal Devastation!
Giant Supernova!
Take this!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Get on in there! I'll take it from here! Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Dance in the wind!
Will this help?
Air thrust!
Eat this!
On guard!
Here I come! I owe you one. Dragon!
Did you just heal me?
Yes.
Okay.
I need you, remember?
Right.
Dragon Swarm!
Field!
I never miss!
Not in your dreams!
Thunder Torch ready to go!
Take this!
Let's go!
It's over!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Now see that you don't get in trouble
Hold
again.
nothing back!
I owe this one back!
In here!
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
By the power!
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
More where that came from!
Here, let me help!
First
Okay, here I go.
You picked the wrong fight! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Finally.
What is it?
I found an ingredient for that new recipe.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Right here! I got it!
You're finished! Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine!
Tear! Devastation! Lightning Thrust!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Be still!
It's
over! Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
Here, let me help!
Blaze of Steel!
I'm not
Here's
done.
evil! Take that!
It's
One
over.
last one! Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Here! Where are you going?
This one's mine!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I do.
This one's all mine!
Get into the wind!
You're finished!
Air thrust!
Here I come!
Photon lightning
Make it
strike!
rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Dance in the
Beyond
wind!
chance! Strike!
In here!
Stardust!
Radiant!
Make it rain!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Looks like it could be worth something.
No choice! Take this!
Lightning can
Dazzle!
Thunderblast!
Here I come! I'll smash you!
Here, let me help!
Mega Ray!
Going in!
Dazzle!
This one's
You're
mine!
mine!
Get behind me!
It's over!
This one's mine! My Tiger Blade!
Here I
Blazing
come!
Cascade!
An astral voice!
That's my cue!
Swarm!
First aid!
Shut him down!
Wind Astral Energy! More
You're
Lightning
mine!
Frost!
Burn it!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
It's over! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear!
Race up higher! Far enough!
You're feistier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic, but fair.
Dance in the wind! Radiant!
Do it, Sion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
opponent like this should be easy.
I'll smash you!
By the power of water!
Here's the roar!
You're finished!
This one's mine! Light astral energy!
You're mine!
I'll
Be
heal you
still!
all!
Flaming meteor!
I can't hold on much longer!
I'm not done! It's on!
I'm ready to go!
Come and face me!
Going in!
You're mine!
Make it rain! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
You're mine!
Not by a long shot!
Leave the enemy's arch to me!
No complaints here!
Tiger Blade! Here!
You're mine!
Tempest Swirl! Alright!
It's over!
Radiant here!
You're
Go
mine!
in! I'm ready for the fray!
Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
It's over!
Denied!
Photon dance to
Take
the
this!
wind! Feel!
Take this!
Shattering shot! Pieces! One more!
This one's taking too much damage!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
How about this?
You're finished!
Radiant here!
Take this!
Where are you going?
It's over!
One more! Tiger Blade!
By the power of water!
No escape!
Flaming
Here I
meteor!
come! It's over! Stardust!
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Lethal power! No escape!
In a bind?
Going in!
Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition!
A new lease on life!
You're mine!
Flaming meteor!
Dragon Swarm! It's over!
No!
Radiant!
Don't leave me all alone here!
Watch and weep!
Going in! Ready to go!
Here I come!
I'll smash you!
It's over!
Ready to go!
Time to shine!
Here I come!
I'm gone!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Radiant peak! I'll bring you
I'm
back
gonna
to
need more
try.
than Tiger
Here's the
Blade!
healing arc!
Flaming Thrust!
I still got your fight left in me.
Devastation!
I'm ready! I'm also one shot! I never miss!
Dragon Swarm!
Prepare to be seen! I've taken too many hits!
You picked the wrong fight!
Guardian Field!
You're mine!
Hold that blade now!
Eternal Devastation!
Let me help!
And just like that, I'm back in it!
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
More with that
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine!
Here I go!
Take this!
Raging storm!
I let my guard down.
What's happening?
Stay away
If you
from my
can't fight,
friend.
just hang back. I didn't say any of that.
You're finished!
I can fight.
Dragon Swarm! Devastation!
Here! Gale Force! Raging Cascade! Here! Confiscated!
Here I come!
Glacial Spear! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Thunder
This
Field!
one's all mine!
Mega Ray!
Not today!
By the power of water! This
I can carve through armor!
Mega Ray! Desert Aqua!
It's too much!
Let the marksman handle this! Force! I never miss! Alright, it's
Dragon
showtime!
Swarm!
Take it! Tunnel!
No!
Here!
Can't end here!
Radiant
You
here!
require a hand.
There!
In a bind?
By the power of water!
Take this!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Gravitas Phoenix! Right! House this!
Crush!
I'm all stopped up!
You're finished!
By the power of water!
Dragon Swarm!
Long! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later. I sense a strange power from this. There.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Now you see what I
I
can
shall
do!
ensure you survive this. Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Dragon Swarm! Here I come! I'm on it! It's over! Talon Hurricane! Watch it! Air Here I come! Into the storm! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Let the marksman handle this.
I'll face you! Talon Hurricane! Eat this!
Here goes!
Take this!
No further.
Dragon denied! I'm on it!
Do it!
Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
My turn! You're mine!
Here, not in your dreams!
Take this! Nonsense!
Here!
Stardust!
Resonate with the earth.
I'm ready!
Get out of it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Who?
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No.
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
What a rush!
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the...
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.